Hey guys, RTT back here for another video. Guys, today we'll be doing some gaming on the Surface Duo 2. Now, I do have a gaming controller right here that works with this phone, but for some reason, the Surface Duo 1 and 2, that thing is so inconsistent. Half the games doesn't work for. It's just really a buggy mess. It does work perfectly fine on Galaxy Fold 3, but because of the fact this is two different displays, it actually glitches out, so I can't use it for the Surface Duo 1 or 2. Now, I do have an FPS counter in the right-hand corner right here, and this, of course, will go ahead and tell us what FPS this game is running at. We're looking at a lot of different games in this video. First off, we're going to be looking at this Batman game, and then we're going to go ahead and get to another game, which is going to be more or less what this actually is made for. So it's going to be a Asphalt Legends 9, which is optimized for the Surface Duo 2. So we're looking at all the Surface Duo 2 optimized games, and then going ahead and also looking at some other games you might want to run on this device that might be, you know, some actual be fun to go ahead and use. So all right, here we go. We got our first actual action here, guys. So let's go ahead and do that. And what do we do here? Tap the screen, bam, and we got a little hook thing. Let's go ahead and go there, and bam, here comes Batman, boys. All right, and we are still at 90 FPS for our counter right here. So we have not dropped any frames in that. Now, of course, that was just a cutscene still, but we have still not dropped any frames on this. And I'm gonna go ahead and try to make sure I keep the FPS counter in the video at all times on that right hand side there. But okay, we dropped to 87 right there. So again, like I said, when we got to get into the action and we start playing this, that's going to be interesting to see if it does drop, what it will drop to, all that kind of stuff. But so far, it looks like it's doing pretty dang good for what it actually is. Now, based on what the Telltale series is always about, like, you know, just pretty much quick movements, you know, making a quick decision within a second. So this is just typical Telltale series. So we might not drop too much. So I want to start off in this game because it's the easiest game possible to really go ahead and not mess up with. So that's why I want to go ahead and just see how it would run on the simplest game and then the more difficult games. So we got let's go, boys. Let's get it, boys. Batman out here. There we go. Go up. I actually want to hold it like this, actually, because the way the button prompts are and how fast you have to be with them, I want to make sure I'm actually consistently correct here. All right, bam. All right, so our next game we have here is actually Asphalt Legends 9. Now, this is optimized exactly for the Surface Duo 2. So this is exactly the game that they even talked about in their actual presentation. So we're going to see how good this actually plays. So let's go ahead and go with that car. We're going to go ahead and play this real fast. And I want to see, will the FPS counter right there actually drop? And it is dropping immensely. Okay, so we dropped down to 60 FPS, 78 FPS, 90 FPS. You guys can see it is actually dropping. And I'm going to go ahead and just show you guys this screen because I want you guys to see the FPS counter and if it does drop or not. And I know it's actually kind of hard to see. It's still at 90 as you go. Oh, 88. Okay. We dropped to 88 right there. So we're dropping a little bit of frames. Nothing like that when we first started this game, though. That was at like 60 FPS. So that dropped immensely right away. And remember, this game is optimized completely for the Surface Duo 2. This is not one of those games where it's like, oh yeah, you know, it's a cool concept, or it's just not optimized or, you know, put together with the Surface Duo 2. This is actually optimized for it. So this is a game that they talked about in their event as an optimized game. And we are still at 90 FPS and making sure we see that there. We're still at 90 FPS right now. So again, like I said, it looks like for most part of this race right here, we were at 90 FPS. But some of the cutscenes, and even before that, we dropped way below at 90. We dropped all the way down to 60 FPS. So, again, like I said, not what you want to see. But so far, looks like we're pretty dang good outside of that. For most part of this race, we were at a solid 90 FPS. So that's good for that, and especially with it being an optimized game for this device, you want to see it is that exact resolution. You don't want to see it drop below that resolution. But overall, I will say that's a W for the Surface Duo 2, as again, we want to see it consistently run at 60 or 90 FPS. All right, so the next game we have here is another game optimized for the Surface Duo 2. This is actually Modern Kombat 5. Now, when I first heard their announcement, I thought it was Mortal Kombat 5, but it's actually Modern Combat 5. So this, again, like I said, another game that's supposed to be optimized for the Surface Duo 2. This is one of the games they talked about in their little speech, little trailer thing, was, again, this game right here, which, to be honest, it definitely does look beautiful. All right, so I'm not sure exactly the controls of this game. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. We are staying at like 90 FPS though. That is consistent. Okay, so we got this. Oh my god. Okay, I'm just right away starting off this. Not even messing around right away. All right, how do I? Okay, I see. You gotta prone yourself here. Oh my god. Okay, just keep shooting, bro. Just keep shooting. That's pretty much what I got here, boys. That's what I got here, okay? This is not a gameplay of me showing off how good I am, okay? This is me just going ahead and... I'm also got to keep in mind, guys, I am playing this through the camera lens. Like, I'm playing this while walking around the camera lens. So, the bottom is just the controls. So, I don't have to re-show you guys the bottom. But the top is what is actually important, because that's where we got the FPS counter right here. Okay, so we dropped to 88 FPS right there, actually. So we did drop right there. Let's go ahead and do that. And this is what I'm talking about, guys, on the bottom. I know it's blank right now, but there are prompts that pop up right here on the bottom. So let you be able to actually see that. All right, let's see. Am I supposed to go? Oh, I'm supposed to literally leave out the window. Okay. Like I said, guys, I'm trying my best here. Oh my god. Just, dude. I'm not used to mobile games. I shot my own guy. I shot my own guy, boys. I'm shooting my own guy. I don't even know what I'm doing anymore. We are trying here, boys, to be great. My ability to suck at this game is actually what's amazing. Now, you can play this in horizontal mode. You can play this in both modes if you want to. And to be honest, I'd rather play in horizontal mode personally, but that's just my personal opinion. I like it better in this mode. I like playing any game better in this mode, in all honesty. I feel you just feel so much more fluent in this mode. In tablet mode, I'm sorry, in what's called laptop mode, it's not bad. It's just not my personal cup of tea. Only issue is though the game control, if you even touch the screen, it automatically shoots. So you know what? We're just gonna do that, guys. And again, like I said, still staying at that 60 or that 90 FPS marker. Not really dropping below it at all. So I like that. I think that's a definite W. All right, so our next game we have here is going to go ahead and be GTA Vice City. I don't know if you guys are old guys, but you might if you used to play this game when you were a kid. But this is actually GTA Vice City. So let's go ahead and skip this past this little cutscene. And let's see how this does work and how it functions. We'll be looking at next game we'll be looking at is Pubg, which I know a lot of guys do love playing Pubg, especially on their cell phones. So we're going to look at Pubg Mobile. I'm also going to be looking at Minecraft. Again, like I said, we're really going to be just testing to see how does the FPS hold up for this game. How does it also look on this game? Does it look good? Does it play good? So right here, I'm going to go ahead and just show you a little bit of the FPS counter just so I can make sure we get that in focus. But we're at 90 FPS right now. So, honestly, I would say it feels good. Now, you guys can already see, right? Look at that hinge down the middle. It's definitely one of those things where the hinge is very, very obvious. Can I take this guy's car? I can. Let's go, boys. All right. Oh, my God. Okay. I'm trying to drive and, like, look through the camera at the same time. I'll be honest, I cannot drive and look at the camera at the same time. Okay. And also the controls are down below because it's all touch controls. But so far, we're staying at that roughly 90 FPS. We are not driving below that 90 FPS so far. That's actually really nice to see. I was expecting us to really drop below that 90 FPS. And pardon me for my awful driving. But again, like I said, I've not used touch controls in a while. Like, this is my steering left and right, guys. Right down here, that's my steering left and right. So if you go too fast, it's really just you pressing a button going back and forth. That's all this is. But again, like I said, still staying at that 90 FPS marker. That's really nice to see, really, honestly. I was expecting us to drop way below the 90 FPS marker real quickly. So the fact that we're actually staying above that marker is a really, really good sign by this. And I will say overall, I don't know what I expected. I expected it to be good at gaming, but not as good as it actually is. And this feels really fluent too. I mean, there's no skip, there's no screen cutting, screen tearing. I mean, I know for a $1,500 device, you expect that, but trust me, it is kind of a thing that does happen with some expensive phones. Now, I will say though, that hinge down the middle, while yes, it is there, it is prevalent, right? It is definitely, I don't say annoying, but it's definitely there. It definitely gets in the way of things. But it's not really a big deal to me. I don't know. You guys can tell me down below. Is it a big deal to you? Like, look at this. That hinge down the middle. Is it really blocking that much of view for you? I really would say no, personally speaking. Again, that's just my personal opinion, but I just don't really feel like it's too much of a big deal, that hinge down the middle. I don't know. Definitely tell me down below, guys. But we're going to switch over now to Pubg and see how good that is. All right, guys. So we are now found a mass in Pubg. Again, keep in mind that 90 FPS right up there in the right-hand corner. Keep an eye out on that as I am playing this. Now, I've never played Pubg on any kind of mobile device. So it is my first time ever doing this. I don't know how I feel about it. But so far, I will say that hinge down the middle is... Ooh, that is a crispy hinge. I will definitely tell you that right now. That is a crispy hinge down the middle. But other than that, I mean, we are still staying at a solid 90 FPS this whole entire run. We did, as you guys just saw, we did drop down to like 80 FPS while I was loading in. And again, like I said, some of the time when it loads in is when the FPS drops down a little bit. But overall, I mean, this is very crispy. Now, that hinge down the middle, that all comes down to your personal preference if it is a big deal or not. Me personally, I don't really think it's too much a big deal. Now, the thing about Pubg is you can't really play it in this orientation, so you have to play it like this. And you guys can see there is actually light bleeding in behind the device because of that hinge down the middle. So, all right, here we go. Again, like I said, I'm gonna guess this is a lot like Apex Legends and not Fortnite at all, but definitely Apex Legends. This is how Apex starts, so I'm gonna guess it's kind of like that same concept. All right, so overall, like I said, staying at that 90 FPS, hinge down the middle, not too much of a big deal. Now, the cool thing about the Surface Duo is I hold it like this, so I have it actually curved in a little bit rather than just having it flat like a tablet would. So I like that. Me personally, I'm going to absolutely get destroyed here, mollywopped. I'm just going to tell you this right now, boys. You guys already know your boy's about to get mollywopped in this game because I never have played Pubg before in my life. And I know that might be weird to say because it's a free game and pretty much everyone plays this, but your boy has not played Pubg at all. So I'm going to get mollywopped by somebody. But 90 FPS still. So overall, like I said, it definitely... This device, right, for what it is, it's a beautiful device. And for gaming wise, it looks like it actually works almost perfectly fine. Now, keep in mind, the temperature of this device right now, I'd say is not hot or scalding, but it's above average. So instead of it being like, a normal device is like, let's say 60 is the normal temperature, right? This is like a solid 75 right now, where it's not too it's not too hot. Wait, it's not burning to the touch like some devices will get to, but it's definitely still one of those things where it's like, okay, this is not the coolest device possible right now. And obviously I'm gaming, so it's not going to be. So it's going to be that, a little bit more of a hot device because I am doing the gaming part. But still 90 FPS, and I'm going to look back and forth real fast. Sorry if I give you guys... I'm not trying to make you guys like feel sick, but I want to see if I'm looking back and forth, like how does it look here? Does it... Oh, I'm getting hit. I think I just got hit. If I am correct, I probably just got hit. Am I getting shot at? Wait, it's telling me to... Oh, look at the radar. Okay. It's giving me tutorials, bro. It's giving me tutorials. Like, bro, I've been playing this game a million times. No, I'm just kidding. I've never played this game before. So overall, like I said, my experience in the game is not that great, but how it looks and that hinge doesn't really impact too much. Now, I have to find a gun in order to go ahead and actually impact that. So let me see. Can I open this up? Awesome. Okay. Doors open a lot faster than I thought they would. All right, cool. Bet. All right. No, don't put my gun away. All right, so that hinge I could see being an issue. Let's say there's an enemy right there. That hinge, I mean, if anything, it actually low key. Oh crap, I'm getting shot. I'm actually getting shot at, boys. Oh god. How do I shoot? Did I just kill him? Bro, are you even more buns than I am? Oh god, no. I'm finishing you off, bro. Bro, why can't I finish you off? Hang on. I'm confused why I can't kill him. Okay, there we go. He died. There we go. He died, boys. He died. All right, I got a kill, okay? I'm happy I got a kill. I'm happy I got a kill, boys. But like I said, that hinge definitely, I mean, if an enemy is like, let's say right over there, that hinge is blocking off your viewpoint of that enemy. That's something to take in consideration. But overall, I will say, I mean, it's not that bad. It really is not that bad. And I'm still staying at 90 FPS for this whole entire gameplay. We're going to go ahead and get into Minecraft, guys. But I'd say overall, not that bad so far. All right, guys, so now we are in Minecraft, so let's go ahead and build this terrain and see how it goes. Keep in mind, guys, FPS counter right there. It actually did just drop 87, dropped down to 60 when I loaded this game. So still, with that being said, I still have, it still drops really low when I load up a game. And now we're down to 81 FPS playing Minecraft here. So again, guys, I'm going to go ahead and hold it like this so you guys can see the FPS counter a little bit more. But yeah, we're dropping. Okay, we're definitely dropping below 90 consistently now. So that's interesting. I would not expect Minecraft to be the game where we drop below 60 FPS. I'm sorry, 90 FPS. I would expect that to be PUBG or, you know, maybe that Grand Theft Auto game, but not this. And yeah, would, like you saw right there, drop down to 89 FPS. So it's not a big deal. Like, it's not something that's like, oh my god, we dropped down so quickly. It's definitely something where it's like, that's interesting how this has dropped. I just did not expect this to drop down quickly like this. But like I said before, it still looks absolutely beautiful. And for what it is, as you guys can see with the hinge down the middle, it still looks absolutely gorgeous. I mean, I still love how this looks, even for gaming. Even if you are, let's say, for example, you're like, I want to go professional with this gaming. I want to really just put this to the ringer. I think it really can handle its weight in gold. I mean, it's still staying at 90 FPS right now. And again, like I said, you know, it did drop a little bit right there. And okay, let's see in the water. This is usually when it's going to drop here. I'm going to go under the water here. I'm going to see, is it going to drop any? Let's see. Let me try to like look around real fast. I mean, no, it's staying consistent at 90 FPS now. So it did drop, but it's seeming to be is better than it was. It's definitely seeming to be better than it was. It looked like when I first started up was when it was dropping. Because right now, it's staying at that solid 90 FPS consistently, right? It's not really dropping off that. So it is consistently staying there. I will say overall, not bad. Like, it's definitely not a bad gaming device. I say, in my opinion, for what it is, right? Again, what it gives you, the dual screen aspect, right? It gives you 8 gigabytes of RAM, gives you the latest processor, and way less bezels than the Surface Duo 1. For that being said, I'm going to give this an A+ when it comes to actual gaming device. It gives you everything you need to get, everything you need plus more. So other than that hinge down the middle, which is actually really disgusting, and even if you wanted to, you can even not even worry about that hinge. If you want to play in this mode, I haven't really been looking at it in this mode at all, and we actually just, okay, switching screens kind of still glitches out a little bit. But I haven't been really looking at it in this mode at all. But again, you can still play it in this exact type of mode. Like, it's not like it's unplayable in this mode. Obviously you wouldn't have the dual screen mode aspect, but you can still play in this exact mode and there's no issue at all. Like, it still plays very consistently in this mode, and we are still staying at that exact 90 FPS marker. So if you want to skip and avoid, the whole entire concept of having, that gigantic hinge down the middle, you can really skip it and avoid it completely by just playing in this mode too. So again, like I said, guys, tell me down below your thoughts and opinions though of this. I think personally for gaming, this device is definitely there, and I think for gaming it can actually be very consistently amazing. So I'd love to hear your opinions down below though, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.